Alright, so I recently got a bunch of new parts for this PC that I have, also known as a personal computer. And unfortunately, not a lot, it just didn't end up working. And the reason for it, which I found out, is because the CPU cables got bent, or the pins for the CPU got bent. That being said, I now have to take apart most of this and put a new, what the motherboard is, this entire like big square thing that's holding all of these parts together. I have to take this part out and put all of these parts onto a new motherboard, which is right here. Very fortunately, I went and got one. So I decided for my class assignment I would show basically everything that is part of this, and possibly show putting it all onto here and back into here. And everything should work out because all I needed is this. Now, starting off on what everything does, this big thing right here that says Gigabyte GeForce RTX is the graphics card. Now, to take this part out of the PC, you'll see that there is a clip right here. It's very hard to notice, but there is a clip right here. I have to pinch down the clip and take out this cable. It's also attached to this cable that doesn't have a clip. So we take these out, and now I have to take out the actual graphics card, which is linked down to a clip right under here. So I have to disattach this clip. And now that that is disattached, I unfortunately also have to unscrew this, because there's a screw right here. So now I'm going to unscrew it, so that way I can actually take it out. There's a lot of things to secure these in because these parts are very important. And you know, if they come loose, then the PC doesn't actually run. So now I have this part out. I'm making sure that it's unclipped on the bottom. And now I can just... it does take a little bit of force, but I can pull it out. It is also very important to be careful with these because these little things at the bottom are actually pretty fragile. You don't have to be like extremely careful, but just enough so that nothing comes truly apart. Now this is the one with my memory sticks. So this is screwed in here so that it doesn't just like flop around and hit everything. So now I'm going to unscrew this. The memory stick holds like, well, this is the SSD memory stick. It holds the secondary data. The real memory stick is actually this big thing right here. But I don't need to take that part out. It's not attached to the actual motherboard here. That being said, I just pull this out. See, these parts are still fine and intact. Now I have to get to these parts up here on the top side. So these are my RAM sticks. They actually help to run the memory. So I'm going to unclip these. And these parts are a lot easier because they aren't attached to screws. There are 4 slots, but I'm only using 2. So now I pull these out, and I'm placing them off to the side. Now this entire big thing is a cooler for the CPU. So there's this entire cooling engine, and then there's the fan right on top of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unclip the hooks off of the cooling engine. Yes, the hook is right over here. So I'm going to unclip this one. And it just comes straight off. Although it is also connected to a pin over here, which I just need to unhook this and take it out. So and there's this big thing here. It's screwed on to the back side. So this is actually decent. Oh, it'll be a longer process. But I'm going to unscrew this. These are supposed to be screwed in so that they don't like pop up, because if you unscrew it just off of two sides, it's a little bit harder to take it off on the other two sides. It's kind of a semi-unfortunate thing, but also it helps to secure it. It's just taking it out makes it like slightly more tedious because I have to be careful. Because, you know, the screws are spring-loaded in. Alright, is that enough? Nope. Just a little bit more. I already loosened up a bit, so this should mostly be fine. I'm not as worried about the actual motherboard part, because the motherboard's already broken. I can't even like return it, so it's kind of just trash. But the rest of these parts are very important, as every piece of a PC is. Alright, just that one. Just a little bit more. They did a really nice job of re-screwing everything in at the store. Alright. Yep, that should be it. Yep. A little bit more. Alright. Is it this one? Seems like it's both of them. Okay, now we're free. And you can see on here there's thermal paste. This is the actual CPU, which is the part that I need to get out now, because the part under it is unfortunately busted. Which I need to unscrew. Nope, I don't need to unscrew that. And I need to be careful with this. Got out. And this is the unfortunate part that got bent here. Yeah, this was me taking out the PC. I'm a little bit past the assignment. So now, this is basically the video. Thank you for watching.